Eazinn better be careful swapping between all those options. I remember the race where I accidentally started the 2-player team.
Yeah. All right, they're off.
Yep,
So
they
2
are
worlds
off.
of developer-intended warps, with a couple of wrong warps here and there, which are glitches involve memory corruption with beetles and barrels.
Yep, I expect for Eazinn to go for the 2 in World 1, and Dustin just to go for the main brace 1. But we shall see. I think World 3 is going to be where it sets the pace, though. Where we'll actually see the differences between the runners. Actually, it looked like Dustin was almost a little too far left for that barrel throw.
Yeah, they both made it, and it's good to see. No upset in main brace.
Did Eazinn's stream just freeze for you?
Did not freeze in multi-twitch, but it did seem to in speed gaming.
Okay.
Perhaps trying to just get them synced up.
And,
So Eazinn getting the luck jaw.
Ooh, and Dustin missed it.
It's very minor.
Yeah, not the biggest deal. It's what, like a 3-second difference?
Not even. Though it does depend on how well you team throw to it as a backup.
Yeah. And Dustin,
the double jump, he leaves the snake behind, but and he went for Luke sail, which is an advanced way of doing that wrong warp. Misses it.
Ooh,
putting him slightly behind DustPan now.
DustPan is going to be slightly ahead now. But it looks like they're leaving at about the same time. Gonna pause play.
RNG they get today.
Oh yeah, good old Canis Infinite.
Luck is a pretty major factor in getting out of World 1. So far, it seems DustPan has gotten lucky, and Eazinn has not.
Yeah, was it so far 1 fake? That was 1 fake, right, for Dustin?
Yep, 1 fake total. That's very good.
Ooh, and Eazinn having some trouble actually getting to the egg. And the worst place to get fakes is the 3rd phase. The first phase where fakes can actually be a thing. And then here comes the hothead wrong warp.
Turn that barrel into an invisible object and threw it at just the right spot. To get a quick exit from the level, you can see Eazinn went for it, but he accidentally knocked him into the lava.
Yep, he was a little too far forward. If you're a little too far forward, then you'll accidentally bop the clobber dude into the lava, but you can reset it. And it looked like he was going for a 2-1 jump there as well.
Yeah, DustPan got the big boy while Eazinn missed the 2-1 jump.
Yep. Ooh,
my.
You got a nice little backup there, though.
That's true.
But it looks like Dustin's about a stage ahead at the moment.
Yes, Eazinn was playing this game a ton a few weeks ago, but I haven't seen him do it as much, at least online,
yeah,
the past 2 weeks. So we'll see if that impacts things.
Yeah, according to other people that I know that have watched him, it looks like he's been playing some DKC1 for the past couple days.
Yeah, that can
go figure.
Mess with you because it's similar, but at the same time, the rolls sort of have different, angles they go at and distances and speeds, so it can throw you off.
Yeah. Lumafile actually pointing a good thing out, and I definitely felt this in my first run. Like, nerfs can really get to you in these races. You don't think about it until the race actually starts.
DustPan nailing 3 rolls at the beginning of 2.5.
Yep.
Or actually, it's 2.6, isn't
it? No, I think it's 5 because it's Hothead, Cannon, Lava Lagoon. Yeah, it's 5. Alright, so Cleaver.
Now, for the main thing on his mind is please don't die.
And he shot us to Dustin. He's not even going to go for it. He's going to take the safe option and just go over the hooks, while Eazinn is actually just finishing up Squawk Shaft and going to go into Cleaver himself.
That's a good decision.
Now, I'm wondering if Dustin is going to play it. He's setting up for Lava Flight. That looked really low, though.
It was a tad low, but I think he can buffer it. Yeah, he got it.
That's always a nerve-wracking part.
Why is he only a cannibal? No!
No, it's fine though. This is fine. This is fine.
This is perfectly fine. Alright.
And Eazinn setting up for lava fly.
He gets the jump off at the right height,
and he gets
didn't even need to
landing.
buffer that one, I don't think.
Nope.
I think he actually did not buffer that correctly, but still had enough height to get it.
Yeah, he definitely jumped at a... Ooh, Flying Diddy for the fans! This is definitely fine. But yeah, it looks like he actually had really good height on his jump going for lava fly, so that was really good. He didn't need to buffer anything. Ooh, but takes damage, so he's gonna...
for a wrap.
Can't go for Flying Diddy, but he will get some swag points for the wrap. Now, all developer-intended developer-intended warp barrels are gone. It's strict platforming and some other technical stuff like wrong warps.
Yes, here's where I think you'll start to see some differences in strats. Eazinn going for very risky strats. Potentially recklessly, but I don't think so.
Yeah. That roll through the DK barrel, I don't know why, but every time I go for it, I always hit that stupid flitter.
The main thing here for DustPan is he needs to not die throughout this run.
Ooh, almost got wombo comboed.
Because unfortunately, Eazinn will certainly beat him on movement.
Yeah, it just depends on how warmed up Eazinn feels. I saw him doing some warm-up before the race. Whenever I don't jump on those guys, I get so worried. It looks like they were about to just smack into Eazinn's legs. Just clip the ankles out from under him. Yep, both players nail Swamp Fly.
The goal here is to not hit any walls.
Yeah, you don't want to touch any corners on the stage, but you want to try and take the corners as close as possible. So that's where the optimization of the stage is really difficult, because you could lose milliseconds to full-on seconds depending on how you hit these corners. You saw how much that DustPan just slowed down just by barely touching that corner.
Yeah, he got a good dodge on that eel, though. That eel he just passed is difficult to dodge.
Yeah, and then to me, this not this lockjaw right here, but the one after it is probably the hardest one to get past in the stage.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive. You want to press down as you paddle there.
Yeah, it's like sometimes, like if you want to get past it optimally, it just feels really difficult. But Dustin having a pretty decent glimmers so far.
Yeah. The ending's a little off, but that is the hardest part.
Yeah,
as far as corners go.
And opting to not go for Kipple swap up here.
Yeah, he doesn't want a guitar solo. So it looks like Eazinn catching up a bit in glimmers.
Yeah, he did gain a lot of time. From the looks of it, just kind of passing glances, it looked like he had a really solid glimmers.
This little crockhead, I expect both players to play very aggressively, doing most of the hard strats.
Dustin taking damage early on, though. That's going to probably give Eazinn the lead.
DK barrel pretty soon.
Yeah, but the time to wait for the barrel explosion and the swap is going to give Eazinn a lot of time to catch up.
I think both players practice this level more than most other levels.
Yeah, I remember learning this game. I probably spent 5 days learning this stage.
Yeah, it's the first level you get to when you're learning the speedrun where you just straight up game over on it at first.
But it looks like other than that small little hiccup, Dustin's actually been doing... He actually had a fairly good ending to his crackhead, and Eazinn going for the last, all of the 3 rolls at the very end, the first one being the hardest. Now, Dustin's favorite stage, RNG battle, as he affectionately calls it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's get some OS Komodos in chat for the snake. This is a level I know DustPan will definitely go on tilt if he dies here.
It's interesting seeing both players started this level at approximately the same time, so it's sort of a side-by-side race of this particular level. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, a death here is pretty much going to probably guarantee the winner.
Yeah, but then again, slime climbs, very next
True.
level, could change things up to a minute.
Now, see what Dustin just did there? He actually wanted to hold his jump a little bit longer there to make sure that he didn't get bopped by that, the bouncy dude. I forget what they're called.
Dustin losing some time in this level, perhaps, but he's definitely made sure not to die.
Yeah, but Eazinn's hot on his heels. They're going to be entering Slime Climb at roughly the same time.
And so this is one of the most important rung warps in the game, if not the most important. It saves an absolute ton of time.
Yeah, you get one chance.
Alright. And he's gonna have to throw this beetle at a pretty precise location. If he's just a little too high or too low when he throws, he'll miss the wrong warp. But he gets it right in the sweet spot and clears the level.
And so does
Dustin.
Alright, so into Bramble Blast. There's pretty much two things going on this stage. You'll see right there what Dustin just did. It's called a quick shot. It's right when you enter the barrel, you have a 3-frame window to shoot yourself directly back out of the barrel without it changing directions. It can be a little bit difficult to do, but once you get yourself a rhythm, then it just becomes kind of a natural thing. And Eazinn with a slight lead. Looks like he got most of the quick shots. I didn't see if he got all of them, but Dustin missed 2 of them.
Slightly cleaner quick shots.
Yep.
But the main trick in this level is yet to come, the infamous flying clip.
Yep, and I expect both runners to go for it.
It just saves too much time to not go for it at this level. Eazinn nailing it, clipping right through
Easy
that
every
line.
time. Easy trick. And Dustin getting it.
Very good.
Oh,
they both
boy.
got like clean versions of it too, where they're facing right at the end and they popped up pretty quickly.
That was actually very good.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a sketchy and like kind of get a weird jump.
It looks like you should take damage, but you don't.
Yeah. So yeah, this level, this boss is kind of a mental break for the runners unless you go for the counting strats.
Yep, and looks like that's what Eazinn's going for.
Power.
But the danger of doing the quick hits that Eazinn's doing is you could drop a cycle.
Yeah, it does have a high risk of costing him up to 10 seconds.
Yep.
Whereas, DustPan is opting out of it in order to be safe but not lose so much time. You could only gain 2 seconds.
And it's for pretty much anyone not going for world record. I don't know how worth quick hits are. But he's been nailing them thus far, so.
Seems to be counting very well. Counting Dixie's breaths, by the way. Sorry, visual cue.
Yep. I'm hoping I didn't just commentator's curse Eazinn over here.
Oh, nonsense. That's not real.
Yeah, the commentator's curse isn't real. Okay, so Eazinn dispatching Cudgel.
Looks like a pretty decent time. They both did .time in the erase channel. Eazinn getting 13:48. DustPan getting 13:56.
It's still very close.
Yeah, it's very nice to see them so close. This is a good match so far.
Yep. Eazinn opting out of the banned trick. Dustin getting his own banned trick. He is now disqualified. Kappa.
Who invented it, though?
I don't know. We have to defer to Void to see if the top 2 time runner will unban it for the run.
See both of them doing an intentional damage boost here, not only to swap Kongs, but to get the spider.
Yep.
We're going to actually end up sacrificing Diddy and the spider very soon for this trick called Scrolly Scroll. Or I believe Honey Glide is what it's called.
The Honey
I like
Glide.
that name better.
Yeah, I like that way better.
Both of them having a pretty good level. It's another one that I think both of them have put a little bit of extra practice into.
Yeah, this is like when you yes, okay, Void corrected this, as well as Poexel, the honey slide.
Nice.
It's a very good name for that, for the Scrolly Scroll. But so we're entering into Resident Sleeper Terror, Target Terrible, Target Terror. Goes by many names. It's boring. There's only one thing you can do to optimize movement in here, and that's 2 flitter skips. Well, they're like 1/4 and 3/4 of the way through the level.
Yeah, it's generally points that are pretty far from saves, where you're going to do a risky trick that skips one of the flitters, aka the mosquitoes. It saves about up to a half second each at the risk of dying and losing like 30 or 40 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad once you try it a few times. You just need the skull to be angled slightly down, showing that you just left the track, which is when you want to jump.
And looks like Eazinn went for one. You just saw it right there that he jumped over that mosquito and landed on the cart instead of jumping off the mosquito then onto the cart. Dustin opting out of it. Like I said, if you're not comfortable with it, it's definitely not worth going for because it's like half a second.
Like in the long scheme of things, it's not the kind of trick that you want to be working on until you have a really, really good time already.
Yeah, where that half a second per trick actually matters.
Yeah, focus on not dying in mud hole.
Yeah.
Getting bramble scramble, things like that.
Yeah, okay, Eazinn opted out of the second one. Like I feel like the first one's way easier to get than the second one in my opinion. Eazinn not getting the swag balloon.
Psychologically, because you have to bounce on it, whereas the other one just straight to the cart.
Yeah.
So you're not sure necessarily if the bounce is a nice swag balloon.
Yeah, Dustin getting swag balloon, so his run is valid where Eazinn's is now not. But we're coming up probably the hardest wrong warp in the game. The Bramble Scramble, good old Brambloomblur. And Eazinn got the clash first try.
It with a type of rope climbing we call kick.
Oh, wow.
Hardly anybody does, but it does have the potential to be faster.
Oh no, and Dustin threw, looks like a little too early.
Yeah, a little too early, and I'm not sure if he released the D-pad yet.
Man.
Unfortunate. This level is definitely one of the main determinants of runs, like it's a major gatekeeper.
Yeah, this is pretty much where the races are decided. He's also had a very interesting throw on his ooh. Yeah, he had a very interesting throw on his invisible object. Like he jumped like from way left on the platform and then turned around like last second before hitting the parrot box.
Yeah, he's trying to travel right less, and as long as you reach a certain distance right, it'll work.
Yep. I will say that nothing is over until it's over, though, because there are infinites that can happen in a lot of the stages. Okay, yeah. Dustin getting the clash on the third try.
You should have this.
Yep.
Good. Pretty good. Although this level rickety race is over a minute long, which means Eazinn is over a minute ahead at this point.
Yep. So there's not much going on in Rickety Race, but Mudhole, probably actually one of my favorite stages, even though it's one of the hardest. There's a lot of tight platforming and just fun stuff that you can do, all topped off with a wrong warp.
Yes, when I was first learning this game, I had to basically play this level for 20 or more minutes every single day for over a month. It's really a pain to get down.
Yeah. It's once you get it down though, it's a fun stage. Actually, fun fact, until I met
oh wait, this is DustPan's strat. He actually has his own strat for dealing with this number 2 guy that is safer for him.
Okay. But when I was learning the stage, when I was learning this game in general, I did not know that there was a invincibility barrel in Mudhole until I actually met DustPan.
I wonder if we'll be seeing that strat from Dustpan and Mudhole.
I don't think he goes for it anymore. Ever since he got his 44, I think he's opted to learn the invincibility less one.
True, this is a race scenario where you really want to absolutely make sure you don't die.
True. And Eazinn getting actually a pretty easy big boy to skip a good chunk of the stage. Dustin does, in fact, skip the invincibility barrel in Mudhole.
Very nice.
Now, fun fact about Rambi, if like you saw Eazinn do like a little short jump into that ceiling before he did another jump. The funny thing about Rambi is that if you are dashing up a hill for some reason, you just lose your momentum. Oh, that is a good point, Puexel. Blunt Bunny was the winner of the race yesterday. So this Blunt Bunny character, I don't know who this is.
The 0 in his name helped him.
For those of you who have not watched the race between Blunt Bunny and Nocturne, that is definitely something you should watch at some point. Now, Eazinn is on the king. King Bling Bling. Never sleep on the king.
Dustpan took damage at a very strange spot, but he makes it out alive. Skipping midway, though.
Yeah, this is another stage that he sometimes says that he has troubles with, so... him skipping midway...
Yeah. Generally, the Kong part's easier than the Randy part, but...
Yep.
It does have a few pits in the Randy part.
Yeah. And if you hit that cannon, it actually slows down the screen scrolling.
Eazinn getting a 2152 World 4. I consider any 21 World 4 exit to be pretty darn good in a race scenario.
Yeah.
He could actually theoretically PB, I think, in this run. But he would have to play out of his mind for the rest of it.
Yeah. And he needs to find a DK barrel really quickly, too. All this time bleed from being Dixie.
Dustpan now attempting to not sleep on the king. Eazinn actually grabbing.
He's actually in the wrong place right there and takes damage. He needed to be one corner lower than he was.
So he didn't intentionally choose midway barrel field, I think.
Oh no!
Oh jeez. Wow.
Slept on the king. This is not fine.
A lot of people have been saying this is the hardest boss in the game.
Because everyone sleeps on him. Just taking damage there.
Yeah, there's a pattern to your movement that will ensure that he doesn't hit you with the spikes. But
oh no!
No. Wow.
But Eazinn's moving on to Tupac's Library, otherwise known as One Hand. The only stage in the game where you can just use one hand for the entire stage. You're freed up to like eat a sandwich or something if you want. But pretty much the way to speed this stage up is you want to jump up pretty much every slope in the stage, but you only want to jump down big slopes.
Yeah, I saw there's some debate yesterday. I'm pretty sure you do want to jump up every slope, no matter how small.
Yeah, I believe that the wiki says to jump up every slope.
Dustpan going for 2-cycle King's Instinct.
Oh man, I wish he wouldn't do it with one Kong though.
Yeah, that's
He's making me nervous. Just get out of here, man. Just get out of there.
Alright. On to World 5.
Right. Pretty much the only thing you don't want to do. I think you can only hit one minus barrel in any given section to not get bopped by Tupac. Any more than that, and you're gonna get the ha-ha. So Dustpan's going to be about 2 stages behind.
Yeah, not just that. Haunted Hall is, I believe, the longest regular stage of the game.
Yeah. Well.
Oh,
Tricks excluded.
Yeah.
Or tricks included, I should say.
If
We're excluding tricks, then Castle Crush would be the longest level. But we'll get to that one.
Playing 2 levels that I always kind of got confused when I was first starting. Both are levels that have going for front ropes and missing it from Dustpan, costing him. Let's see how much. He did not get midway, so that just cost him a minute.
Man, that's rough.
But it seems Eazinn, meanwhile, is having a decent gusty blade.
Yep, this is actually another really fun stage. I feel like both GG stages, Gusty Glade and Ghostly Grove, are actually really fun stages to do. The movement is really fun in Gusty, and just like the platforming in Ghostly can be incredibly satisfying when done correctly.
Yes, Dustpan goes for front ropes. So a pretty risky strat at the end of the level.
Yep. Front ropes before PCP, Kappa.
Eazinn now on the most exciting level for many in just about the whole run.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch. The high scrolling movement in this stage really confuses new people to the game. When Eazinn going for the difficult ending, he actually nails it. Oh, but he just smacks himself into the clampon. Just wanted to give that clampon a snack.
It's actually damage boosting at the end to clear the rest of the beast.
Yep, and he gets the headbutt, and he's through. Yeah, PCP is a really fun stage to watch, but when you're new to the game, man, it is just daunting. The high scrolling speed memorization needed for it are just really rough. And to make it worse, the next stage is not any easier. Web Woods, the spider. Oh man, the spider. This section is really difficult to do optimally, because you have to hit L and R at the same time to make these instant platforms that you're going to see Eazinn make here in a second. But you have to make them pretty precisely, because if you make them too high, then Shoes the spider, he actually won't make it onto the platform himself.
Yeah, there's so much that can go wrong here. You can make the platform too late and you die. You can not go far enough right at certain times and you die.
And Eazinn got up in
try to
two.
go too fast and cause a platform to not spawn because you went too fast and die.
Dead. And Eazinn going for the leap of faith there. Yeah, he's doing fairly well.
Every time he's taken damage has been intentional.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a almost perfect Web Woods from the times I was watching his screen for sure.
Yeah, I actually think that there wasn't really any mistakes there. And Dustin making his way to Gusty.
Yeah, entering throw as Dustpan enters Gusty, putting them about 4 minutes apart, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be, like, Eazinn's past the levels that you could really infinite on. There's really only one more that I believe is the common infinite, and that's Chainlink Chamber.
Yeah, I just don't see Eazinn having trouble with that, though. I don't think I've ever seen him fail it.
Void, I agree with you on that one. Blunt versus Knock was probably the best race of the tourney so far. And it's probably going to be the closest no matter what.
I could definitely see a lot of the later matches being seconds apart.
Yeah. So, Arctic. featuring Antilles' favorite animal buddy. Good old fish.
This is one of my least favorite levels in the game.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
think
only level where you have to learn how to use the fish, and it's like a whole new world of controlling things completely differently than the rest of the game.
for one
Very
stage.
aggravating to control because the hitboxes, as you can see, are pretty bad.
Yeah. Pretty much you get so used to the movement throughout the entire game, and then you get to this stage, and it's just completely different.
Yeah, it's like a different game. I
Unless you
guess you could say that about a lot of levels, which is actually like the strength of this speedrun. There's so much variety.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of variety going on in this. It's not like other games. Like the first one that comes to mind for me, at least, being Super Metroid, where it's pretty much you're doing one thing. There's one control scheme, pretty much, and you go from there. Whereas this game just has so much varying movement in it.
Yeah. So
Like you have to learn a lot of different stuff.
You can be great at surviving a level where you, for example, go right and dodge pits. But then if you haven't played the level with the spider in a while, then it's like you have to de-rust and keep everything fully practiced at all times. It's a very easy game to rust on, I feel, for that reason. DustPan midway through Woods, as Eazinn is about midway through Windy Well, also one of the longest stages in the game.
Yep. What is this? The second out of 3 stages that you see in this game, not this category, that actually feature wind mechanics.
Yeah, second though. I mean, I guess. Yeah, it's the second if you aren't using the Creme Coin cheat.
Yeah, and the third stage, I believe, is Animal Antics.
Ooh, my.
Death in Webwoods, and Eazinn went for the Ghetto Bee skip and got it.
Very nice, Eazinn. DustPan has just been set back about 30 seconds more.
Oh no. Looks like he was a little bit late on the damage boost there.
Plus 10 more. At this point, Eazinn would have to miss Castle Crush at the end and die at the K Rule at the end. Castle Crush is a pretty straightforward level. You just take this barrel
and perform magic.
Perform an easy glitch that summons the goalpost to you.
Yep. Most people kind of get it wrong and think that this is that Castle Crush is a wrong warp. It's actually not. It's just a glitch.
There's actually a heated debate about this, whether it's a warp or a summon. So let us know if you're on Team Warp or Team Summon.
And Dustin on Creepy Crow, while Eazinn is coming up to. Oh, that was. Eazinn, don't make my heart jump. If you lose a Kong, then it's just all over, and if you lose a barrel, it's all over.
DustPan taking damage to Crow 2. I actually think Crow 2 is easily the hardest boss in this game.
Yeah, because not only got to deal with these stupid eggs right here, you got to deal with magnet pits.
Yeah, it's easy to fall in a pit and die. The ropes are incredibly hard to get optimally. And you also have to deal with different RNGs. So, like, you kind of need to memorize 9 different situations and how you need to react to them.
Yeah. And even I don't know all of them because I just kind of wing it. Dustin making his way into World 6 while Eazinn is coming up to throw your girlfriend. We're gonna ditch your girlfriend up here. Oh, never mind.
Girlfriend's going to go it alone.
Gentleman strats.
She's a strong, independent woman.
She don't need no ditty.
Oh, man. Alright, using this barrel to get to the ends. Fortunately, still having to be careful there, but he makes it out.
Yep. So, gentleman strats for Eazinn. Maybe we'll see the not so gentlemanly strats from Dustin. While Eazinn makes his way into CLC, the last wrong warp in the game, and probably the one that most people hate the most. People hate the most, probably because it's at the end of the run. You're just kind of like almost there. You're on PB pace, and then just out of nowhere you miss a wrong warp. Man, that was actually a really, really low throw from Eazinn.
I've never seen him miss that wrong warp. Yeah. He has it down.
Like, he got that really low, too. I think that was probably about as optimal as you could get that throw. And we're probably going to see some
double jumps, and Rattly, he'll probably do... Ooh, yeah, he's trying to do all the hard strats here.
Yep. And he gets the Omega there.
Double jump. Not really missing any, except for, okay, 2 now. 3.
Yep. Commentator's curse, it's real.
4.
I think that's the scariest one right there.
That's actually way better than, quite frankly, most of the people are going to get in the tournament.
Yeah. I feel like that last one, that last Omega, where you pretty much come face to face with a B, is probably the scariest one.
Yeah, you have to be able to catch yourself when you're not going to make it. Just know right away, this isn't right. I need to back out.
Yep, and it looks like Dustin was
no, trapped midway.
And it looks like Dustin was going for the team throwless strat, but he didn't get it correctly, so he went for the team throw strat instead.
So yeah, I know we said CLC is one of the last checkpoints, but it's fairly common to see people die in both sections of Toxic, actually. Either you fall down and get stuck in the green slime stuff.
Yeah, he's going for some really difficult movement there. But let's see if he gets the most important thing. Does he get up in 3? 1, 2, 3, and he's good. Dustin missed a banana. He needs to reset the console now.
Eazinn getting a 37.56 according to SRL. World 6 time, which is 42 pace.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to go for the jump, though?
We'll see. I don't know.
I feel like if he's watching... Yes, Void, I can, in fact, count to 3.
Going for the jump, getting the first part, getting the second part. Very well done.
Oh, wow. And I think he's the first person to get it first try.
No, that's not true. There's 2 people.
Oh, yeah. Void got it all the way through, and he died to Demon Bird, right?
Correct. And then he got it a second time. But somebody else got it first try as well. It might have actually been Eazinn. Yeah, Eazinn had another run already.
Oh, okay. He probably did it in his other run. Okay.
They probably shouldn't be surprised that he did that.
I didn't see his first run.
See what happens when his opponent has a 40 if he goes for the jump.
Now the question is, will he go for a B-ring skip? No, well, yeah, now he's going to after that. And it looks like he would have got it regardless, because it looks like he got between those Bs pretty cleanly.
Bit fearful of hitting walls here. I see him second guess his movement a couple times. But he's out of here cleanly as DustPan prepares to...
Going for a wrap for extra swag. And let's see if Dustin can get the throw your girlfriend strats.
Because of that wrap, Eazinn risks not getting a 42 anymore. Not that it's like super important, but
yeah,
that's an extra 8 seconds. Entering K roll He should still get a 42, but if he gets Blue Diddy and makes like a minor mistake or two, he will not.
And Dustin getting the throw your girlfriend strats.
Attaboy.
It makes the end of the stage look really cool. So I actually found out on the stage you can actually get in K. Rool, you can actually get a flying Kong at the end.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
did
wait.
it in a race with
Yeah,
Dustin earlier. I took damage with 2 Kongs at the very end and glided as Dixie until the coin hit me.
Oh, solo Kong. Alright. Yeah, I've done that with team throws, but never with one Kong. Pretty
Ooh,
cool.
Dustin missed
Oh,
the wrong
wow,
warp.
interesting. I believe what happens is he landed on the clobber, but he wasn't holding left.
I just want everyone to give like a big shout out to DustPan over here because he is definitely not feeling well today. I was talking to him in a voice call earlier and he is definitely very sick today. It's very hard to perform your best at this game when you're not feeling well.
Absolutely. I didn't see a cannonball get thrown. Not sure what you mean. Right, there we go. That was good.
He keeps getting very close to K. Rool, and it's making me nervous. Oh no! Oh no!
He wants that 42. Oh my, okay, well, interesting. That could impact things.
Did he almost miss a cycle?
Yep.
Oh, Justin, get up there. Okay.
One more hit left on K. Rool for Eazinn. It is probably the hardest cycle to deal with.
Yeah.
He seems to know the strat now.
Oh no, Dustin dying right before midway.
Geez. Wow, speaking of those bees being scary. That's a GG for Eazinn.
Yep, GG to Eazinn.
According to SRL, he got a 43.05. Let's see what this
Oh,
is.
so close without that Diddy rap.
Yeah, well, it was worth it.
The swag was worth it.
DustPan now on his second approach to one of the harder snake parts that killed him just now. And then he will have to deal with a whole lot of bird, which we don't like in video games. Even if you're the bird. DustPan does take damage intentionally.
We're gonna get Eazinn in here for a short little interview.
Alright, last set of bees. He's probably going to shoot all 4. Whoa! Interesting. Fell back down. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think he's making the platform a little too late.
Right. looks like we got Eazinn in here. Eazinn, congrats on the victory.
Thanks, man.
How do you feel about that run?
Pretty terrible. That was a bad run, honestly. I just didn't die, so it was decent time. But my first tournament race was much better, in my opinion. I just had a couple of really costly deaths. Or I did die once in this, I think.
Yeah, well, your Web Woods was outstanding, and you nailed all of your own works.
Yep.
Yeah, I was.
Except top sail, but that's small potatoes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good job overall.
I was worried about Mudhole, but it ended up being good. It looked bad on my end, but it was good.
And then you got the most important trick. You got the jump.
Yep.
But not swag going.
Trying to make it a staple for the marathon.
It needs to be. Yeah, you've gotten that both weeks, right? Both races. Yep. Nice.
I'm gonna keep going for it.
Yeah, overall, I mean, it was pretty solid. Like on the difficult stages, you did really well.
Yeah, I was quite happy with how I performed in like you said, like Web Woods, like one of the hardest, if not the hardest stage in the game, and I nailed it. I was really expecting a death there, if anywhere.
Yeah, it was
parachute scary in a couple places where I got hit. And
DustPan taking double damage at the end of sprints and dying.
Yeah.
Sorry,
gave a rap for the fans.
Yeah, the rap for the fans. People are liking that.
Yeah, dude. Diddy rap. You have to do it.
So, future plans for this game?
Well, the goal is always going to be 40xx. I don't know how much I can stand grinding through the first couple worlds, but
yeah,
maybe
it's
day.
Definitely takes a lot of patience for sure. But
it does. You have to be in the right mindset for it.
Yes, especially with just Crow 1 being so reset heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I retired from this game.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to just take a break. Get your head around it.
It does take energy to hit that reset button and instead of just powering off the console.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes I think powering off the console is the right decision.
Yeah, any plans on any of the other games?
Well, I am actively trying to beat my PB in DKC1, but that game, I don't know. Could take 6 months, could happen tomorrow. The nature of all the one-frame tricks, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, good old SJRs. I don't see how any of the DKC1 runners do it.
Yeah, it's you have to be pretty psycho. I'm pretty much a lunatic for wanting to run that game.
I saw you actually tied the quote-unquote world record with 34:13 on Twitter earlier.
Tied world record, the game. It's quite funny how many tied world records DKC1 really has. There was a three-way tie at 33:54. I tied Garrison's time 33:23, and now Fadlow's tied my record at 32:40. It's just kind of ridiculous. I don't understand. But...
yeah. Like, how much more time is there realistically to save in DKC1?
Probably like 40 seconds, about. Hit all the frames. Probably like high 3150 looks to be possible.
Yeah, just all depends on one-frame tricks.
Yeah, good thing this game doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, that's what made me want to run this one over DKC1.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would quit DKC2 if they had a new one-frame trick found. So if you find one, don't tell anybody.
Oh, I've heard that one. Don't worry, I'm just keeping it to myself. It's all good.
Okay. Save it for.
Oh no, Dustin taking a hit on K Rule.
Oh, waiting for this to happen.
Why is he running on?
Oh, he just rolled right into him. Ouch. Just wants to fly over these cannonballs instead. Is Dustin playing on US? Yes, he is. Interesting
Yes,
fact.
he's playing on US.
You see the controller in the background, how the buttons are not colored. It's on the US version, and on my version, the buttons are colored like the Super Famicom controller.
Yeah, it's the same way on the menu screen.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
DustPan getting Blue Diddy.
Yeah, he got Flying Diddy and Blue Diddy. Ooh, now the blue team up.
That's how you do that. Does that lose any time?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It does, though.
It's just for the swag.
It's like
It's
a
just-
second, actually.
It's just the team throw that you lose the time, right? The team up animation.
I think the team swap is what
It's a lot
loses
of
the time.
things. Yeah. For solo Dixie, like ignoring, or solo Diddy, Blue Monkey, ignoring Dixie, you're gonna lose time on the team up animation and about 5 seconds actually from K rules slowing down the cycles.
So
And
all of
then-
these cycles are slowed down now.
Yeah, very slightly. See, there's a long time before you started doing the vacuum there.
Oh, yeah. No, I do
And
notice that.
if you're gonna switch to Dixie as well, then that's 2 Kong swaps, which is another second. But it's a cool trick. It's
for the
Definitely
fans.
cool trick.
situation to do that.
Get
Ooh,
all the
scary
colors
ending.
going on here.
Right. I
And
prefer not to head to the
And I
middle
tend to
there
just
for fear of things
swap to
spawning
Dixie
on
and
the
take
side of
hit.
the pit. But
Justin
he-
finishing with a race time of 51:20. I'm assuming if since he's not feeling well, he's probably not going to want to hop in the call, but I'll check anyway.
What a run.
What?
Without a doubt, a really speed run.
Well, while we're waiting to see if DustPan is going to join us, let's take a preview of what's coming up soon. First of all, most directly, after this match, only 5 minutes from now, it's going to be another race between Namix and Count Gooby. Whereas 2 hours from now, it's going to be a race between Reeves and some guy named Jake. I'm not quite sure who he is.
Who's that guy?
No clue. Eazinn will go on to face either Namix or Count Gooby, so we find out who your opponent's going to be for the next race right now. And DustPan, meanwhile, we'll see where he's going.
Yeah, I forgot who I might be playing if I lose to Reeves or if I win.
DustPan will be racing Scratch Dragon.
Void saying that Jake guy's some Super Metroid fraud.
Wow, shots fired.
Shots fired. Alright, so let's see here. Where's Namix versus Count Gooby? There it is. Alright, so if Namix beats Scooby, he goes on to face Eazinn? So some dude named Eazinn.
Some guy. Some monkey roller.
Oh man.
Hi,
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Dustin?
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah,
GG on the
GG.
race, man.
Yeah, you too. That was a sick run.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a good race, definitely.
I can't believe I was ahead of you coming out of World 2.
I was kind of worried. Not gonna lie.
And then we
Did
were
get
8 seconds.
faked into oblivion.
And then we were 8 seconds apart coming out of World 3 too. I was thinking, no way. Is this actually going to be that close? And then
Yeah, this is really exciting.
it was definitely not that close.
And then Rambler happened.
I have very few choice words I'd like to say that I can't say, but suffice it to say, it was a race. It was a really race.
Yeah, and you being like as sick as you are, that was actually a really good run.
Yeah, right. Please.
Please, I've played this game sick before. I know how it can go.
Yeah.
Alright, so like we were saying earlier, you are going to be going down to face
Scratch Dragon.
Yeah, Scratch Dragon. And Eazinn will be going on to face the winner of the next race, Namix versus Count Gooby.
All right, then.
Alright, so
Well, I think I'm going to head out of here. Thanks for the opportunity for the race and all that, and good luck to the next runners.
No problem. Good luck to you in your next race.
Awesome, thanks. See you guys later.
Yeah, thanks. He's good race.
Yeah, good race, man.
Oh God, blood.
For a swapping of the guard, we get 2 new runners on the stream, and I believe 2 new commentators.
It's gonna be me and Sylvite for the next
okay.
race.
I'm gonna jump out of here too. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better performance. Maybe next time. We'll see.
Go get some rest, bud.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I got a pizza on the way.
Oh, nice.
I'll snap.
Oh yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Later,
Good luck,
man.
runners.
I'm going to head out as well.
All right, later, Canis. Have a good one.
Peace.
All right, so just to recap, our next race is going to be Nemix versus Count Gooby.
Hello?
And Sylvite. Hello. Hello, good sir.
Sounds like it was a pizza o'clock in Canada, so I decided to jump in.
Yeah, you heard pizza and you just had to come in. All right, so how are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing all right. Sad that I didn't get to commentate that last race with you, but glad I got my Jake time in today.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. All right, so let me just.
Speaking
get
of though,
stream.
I have some news that I need to share with you.
Oh boy, should I be scared?
Maybe. So, the administrators of this race heard that we were going to be commentating, and they gave us a list of things that we're not allowed to talk about. So really quickly, this list is Magic the Gathering, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Cloud9, Sad to King, Linkin Park, referring to both the band and the State Park of Nebraska, Fly Ladies, Funky's Motorboat, and .3, .7, DMX's Party Up, aka Up in 3, 103%, Flag That Actually Saves Time, Yoshi Meme, Super Metroid, Q Eazinn, 3413, and finally the last thing that we were absolutely not allowed to talk about, Sub 40.
I'm dead. I am dead. Oh God. How long did you spend coming up with that?
Approximately 2 minutes.
Oh God, that was. Oh, we still have to talk about Sad to King, right?
Yeah. When's the next major? Soon-ish.
I don't even remember. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get the next race channel started up for Nemix and Gooby. Unless one... Oh, never mind. Looks like they already got one.
Yeah, I thought they already had one, but I jumped in and there's no activity in it, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think Gooby just he just typed in the bottom of this with oops. Ops. Do you happen to know what Gooby's stream name is? I can't remember. Is it just Gooby?
It's Count Kubi or it's something else?
Okay,
Alright,
thank you.
I knew it.
God voice Fiesel. That you guys can't hear. Only we are treated with Fiesel's God voice.
It's not even fair. Y'all should go give Fiesel a follow so y'all can hear his voice. It's soothing.
Up until he said something, I didn't realize that the stream couldn't hear him. So, like, we just, like, had a quick chat with Fiesel one time, and I had no idea that no one could hear him.
It's that technology, dude.
It's that OBS mixer. Well, Nocturne, go unfollow Fiesel and then refollow Fiesel. Duh.
That's how you get that sick follow notification, which I can't remember if he has.
Alright, so looks like we're waiting on Gooby to start his stream up. Although I am quite alright with his offline picture. I can't remember this character's name, but I remember the character.
Same. It's from Courage the Cowardly Dog, right?
I believe so, yes.
AKA the scariest show ever put on Cartoon Network.
So, do we have a race channel? I believe so. Okay. So
Yeah, we do.
looks like Namek started one. I couldn't see it through all the mess of orange text. Good old IRC client sometimes, man, I swear. It's 2016. Can we drop the IRC clients, please?
I mean, there are alternatives to MIRC or Merc if that's what you're using.
Yeah, I'm using Hex Chat.
I gotcha. Is that open source?
I cannot remember for the life of me. I think I need to restart that stream.
Are you? It looks like the buffering is also showing on the Speed Gaming stream, so it might be on the streamer's. Excuse me, it might be on the streamer's end.
Okay, Kipples did in fact say that Hex Chat is open source.
Kipples would know.
Wait, is that correct?
Is what correct?
No, it's 2 hours from now. I was answering a question in chat.
About when your race is?
Yeah, someone was asking when Reeves versus me was. Holy crap. Instagram notifications. Jesus.
Got a popular commentator right here, folks.
No, it was just my sister. Okay.
I was trying to, be like your wingman and stuff, but
Good old Sylvite wingman.
all right. So I actually like to talk a little bit about the racers themselves. We have Nomics, kind of a new inclusion to this community. Not new, but more recent than a lot of people for sure. Got into this game because his good friend Antilles told him to, and Nom very quickly proceeded to cut Antilles' time. Did he race last round, or is this his first round?
This is his second round,
Okay.
I believe. Let me check the brackets real quick because I can't remember his opponent. So Namix was up against. Actually, I think his opponent may have dropped. I don't remember that match happening, but I could be wrong.
And it doesn't really matter. Up against Count Gooby here. This is the person who pulled off the big upset, right?
Yep, against D-Sky, I believe.
Yes.
This guy over here.
So you might have noticed if you're looking at the brackets that a lot of these round 2 pairings have really close PBs. I think this is actually the one that has the PBs that are the furthest apart, and that upset is why. Do you think there could be a second upset? Yeah.
There is a possibility. It just all depends on one, whether or not Namix just is having an off day. 2, how much swag he decides to go for and how often he misses them. And 3, Brambler.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking this whole race about how this is Donkey Kong Country 2. Anything could happen.
Yeah, this whole tourney, anything can happen. Because some of these PBs that some of these people have, me included, took multiple weeks to get. Mikkel also with a 4th good point, how much Gooby has improved since his last race against D-Sky.
True. Funnily enough, I think these are both primarily fighting game players. I think that's what their background is in before they picked up this game.
I did not know Namix was a former fighting game player.
Yeah, that's why he was able to progress so quickly, is because his reaction time is just on point.
Okay, that does make sense.
Yeah,
Was he a melee guy?
Well, we're not allowed to talk about that, but I do know that he has played that game. I don't know if that was his primary game.
Okay. Just got the runners doing some practice. Let me check
Yep.
the.
No, I'm making sure that he
SRL
does
chat.
not miss the Brambler. Nor will he forget it.
But I do feel like this will be interesting to watch.
Uh-oh, started the classic nerd metaphysics debate in chat. I apologize. Or I guess I should say the second generation classic nerd metaphysics debate. The first generation is, of course, Zelda and RPG. But I'll let the chat distract themselves with that while we're waiting to get started.
What have you done?
Well, it looks like our racers are readying up.
Gooby
Oh,
just
I
asked
lied.
for a couple minutes.
I lied.
I lied.
Yeah, of course, we're hoping for a close race. Of course, we don't want to blow out.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to blow out. Blowouts are never fun. That's actually why I'm really excited for my race.
Against Reeves?
Yeah.
So I had my exciting race my first round, and then I get to get blown out and probably blow my opponent out, and then round 4 I'll have an exciting race again.
Who do you play against after Waffle?
After Waffle, my bracket has me playing against Cryptic,
Okay.
and then my bracket has me playing against Kigo.
Okay, so you're most likely gonna lose, win, lose.
Ouch.
As unfortunate as it is. Oh my god, you got clipped.
What happened?
Your little intro got clipped.
Oh, wonderful.
Posted that in chat for people.
I was about to ask where it is.
It was in a Donkey Discord.
Yeah, I just saw it. I aim to please. What can I say?
That was probably the best intro that anyone could pop in here with. Especially with it being us. If it would have been anyone else, that wouldn't have made any sense. For those of you wanting just a small bit of backstory, me and Silvite meme a lot about all the topics that he ranted off in that little intro there.
What's happening in the Discord? I don't know. Jake and Silvite are talking about something. About what? I don't know. It isn't Donkey, though. Alright.
We need our own channel for memes a lot.
That's Sir memes a lot.
Sir memes a lot. Is that like the new hot DJ?
DJ? What? Got the Queen of England just knighting DJs now.
All right,
They're not knights,
both
they're DJs.
both racers have readied up, and we're just waiting for Feasel to quit out. So,
Oh, and there he goes.
starting shortly. Yep. So, with the good old countdown, I'm not going to do the countdown though, because then it's really weird because it's slightly delayed.
Yep, this ends the pregame show, everybody.